Welcome to Istanbul Park. We're getting ready for the final qualifying session for RX3, the second qualifying session for World RX. Complicated, we were running the two together. My name's Andrew Coley, this is Andreas Bakkerud.
Good to see you guys.
You've been out in the paddock, had a chat with a few people. We're ready to see the RX3 guys first of all, so we'll run through some of that stuff. We're on track, but everyone's in good spirits. Beautiful day, great day for a race day.
It's great. It's a bit windy here where we stand,
just a bit, yeah.
But our camera guys are smiling, you know, sun is shining, there's some breeze. It's nice.
Yeah, it is nice. Track conditions, it really evolved quickly again last time. I know, obviously, we know Johan's fast, but the difference between, say, Niklas and then Mikael Immonen in the next session was ridiculous. It was like 10 seconds.
Yeah, and I know Niklas was a bit annoyed that Karai, you know, he catched Karai for 2 laps or 3 laps and he stayed in the way.
But Karai's racing him.
Karai's absolutely right.
And he did do some good passes.
He did.
Let's get stuck into it straight away. We've got the Sousas in this one, who, of course, came together yesterday. They did a much nicer job in that last one. Rogério Sousa was actually really quick. And on the inside, it's João Ribeiro. So Ribeiro was P4 in the previous session. And we'll start this one inside, wants to get away.
We have seen great start by João Ribeiro the whole season long. Let's see what he can do now. Good reaction.
Yeah, nice start again on the outside. Sousa's got an equal one, but Rogério on the inside can't get to him. João Ribeiro holds that inside line and tightly done. So, Andreas, let's get straight into it. Specifically, you went and saw João because he's the champion, effectively. We're going to call it later when he's going to celebrate with his family. But he's not going to quite rock the loose. He was very honest with you.
Yeah, I had a chat with him just before the start now of Q4.
Q4 for these guys. Yeah, don't worry, mate. I'm confused too.
Different day. Q4. And, you know, he's been the best the whole year along, and he's winning the title, all that. I asked him straight up, like, we've seen you flying lap 1 and also lap 2 has normally been good. And he said he's basically struggling with the brakes, especially on the dirt. He's trying to push the handbrake to rotate the car, as we saw here in the hairpin. That's where he's had his major issues. But he's pulling too hard, you know. On a front-wheel drive car, you would like to just touch the handbrake like 5-6 times on that hairpin, V the corner, get the traction down, and it's so crucial when you only have front-wheel drive to keep a straight steering wheel, so you have the tire impacting the ground the whole time, and 100% grip and traction. So, and I think he's been pulling the handbrake once or twice.
The best time I can, and obviously you need to do this in a safe environment on a private closed road.
Or I've seen you take the McDonald's tray.
The McDonald's trays, I was going to say that, but still somewhere safe, so not McDonald's car park. Borrow the trays, you can always return them when you've ruined them.
Yeah.
But snow is the ideal time to understand what happens with a front-wheel drive car. Go find a field or a car park or something, and if you pull the handbrake, the car will spin immediately. If you just nip on the handbrake, just a little touch, you can move the rear of the car. It's hard for people to understand if you don't get to do it. It's not like a handbrake turn where you just rip the handbrake up and spin the car around. Like, there's not a lot of skill involved in that. That's easy.
Yeah, and I mean, like I've said many times, Rallycross is kind of MMA of motorsport. You have so many different changers, so many different surfaces, so many different corners. Here in Turkey, it's so super slippery. So if you make one big pull and a big rotation, you're going to understeer with these cars in the exit and lose traction and lose momentum. So you need to add precision and smoothness and finessing to it.
Throttle control is so hard.
Yeah.
I think it's way harder in a front-wheel drive car in slippery conditions than anything. Sometimes it feels like a switch. You get on the throttle, the front goes 3 feet wide. You're like, wow, you know, so...
And even as champion like João Ribeiro, which has been great this year, is struggling here, you know. In a harder level, this would be his biggest Achilles.
Yes. Now, at the minute, of course, he's out front. I must say, he's looking killer right now. He's just gone through the hairpin in front of our commentary box as we see the Sousas come through as well. Tidily done, and with the track conditions a bit better, Ribeiro definitely going nicely now. He's 7.4 at the race. He's actually driving away from Andreas at about a half a second every sector.
But you can kind of see the dirt has come more towards him.
Yes,
there's more grip.
Cut, that's
you can
what
roll through the corner a bit more. You don't need to rotate on the handbrake so much, but you have to do it in this corner here in the hairpin, turn 9.
So Ribeiro coming onto his last lap as the Sousas continue to circulate together. Hopefully they won't come again together again today after yesterday's dilemmas, let's call it.
Yeah.
Ribeiro onto his final lap. Ribeiro go joker lap. Now let's see how tidy his joker lap is. 1:07 he's doing. That was quick times from the last. I think it was 1:08 last time, wasn't it? So they're going a second a lap quicker. Tidily down, one input, wind the throttle on the exit. Nice.
Yeah. Looks smooth, looks nice. Take a good line for turn number 4 and 5 there. It's this track is all about giving and taking, sacrificing into the corner and taking.
It's real circuit racing stuff, isn't it, on the tarmac? Real circuit racing stuff.
High grip too. I mean, this is an F1 circuit. The level of the tarmac is really high. High grip, rough for the tires. And yeah, these Hoosier tires are very sensitive to temperature change. Very, very strong in the first 2 laps. When they get up to a certain temperature, if you cook them a bit, they tend to lose lateral grip, and especially on a front-wheel drive car.
Yeah, sure. When you're putting a lot of teeth in. Shout out to Will on the drone. It is super windy today. I mean, really windy. It's tough to fly a drone in these conditions. Doing a great job. So, Ribeiro coming up over the line. They take the checker flag, and the time is 4:39.7. Got the previous session somewhere, Andreas. It hasn't blown away.
I'm trying to find it myself.
Yeah, no worries. You ever dig through for that, and we'll see how good those times are.
Gillaine's did a 4:44.6 in the previous heat, so beating that with 5 seconds. 5 seconds.
Yeah. But we know track is good. So yeah, Ribeiro with a 4:39. Sousa and Rogerio, Sousa 4:46 and 4:47. So I'm guessing they've gone quicker as well, but we'll find out in this next race. This was a start, very even across the line. Ribeiro on that inside.
Andre Sousa there challenging Johan Ribeiro all through the season. Johan Ribeiro's starts has been on point, so definitely a good start also from Andre.
I remember the one time I raced the Super 1600 car. Actually,
did you race?
Of the 2 times. Yeah, because you were at Croft with me, and you said to me about it was in the C2, and you said to me about the start. You said you have to hold on longer than you think, because you think the wheel spin is gone and that you can change gears and it will bog.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool, and then I messed it up.
Yeah.
But that's the experience. You spent a lot of time in those cars. It was my first day in that car, and yeah, you wait, and then finally, it goes up the revs, and then you know you've got the grip, don't you?
I love the...
I love noise. You have to make some noises. I do good anti-lag as well.
Yeah, you do.
I want turbo wastegate. We'll try one tonight at the end of season party. We should actually, that should be a cocktail, shouldn't it? Turbo wastegate. Let's open a bar.
Let's open a bar. You heard it here first.
Coley and Bakkerud. We're going to
the voice of RX.
Okay, that's it. Let us know. Let us know what cocktails you want. Gellins on the inside. Session number 1. Kovacs and Gerklis. This is 3 quick drivers together. Ribeiro, while he didn't have a good run in Q3, ended up with 2 drivers he was able to beat comfortably. Now we've got 3 drivers here all on a pretty similar pace, so this might be a bit more tasty.
Ready to race.
All at very specific RPMs there, aren't they? And they all get away nicely. Gerklis coming out wide to try and go the long way round. Does get a little touch, but that's brave, and he's got away with it.
Yeah. Gerklis running his own car in his own team. Kovacs or Gillaine's is run by Rolf Vollan and Vollan Racing. Kovacs' car is also run by themselves. I think that's an ex-Vollan car, but shoot me if I'm wrong.
Well, we'll go find out later on, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I was having a run around the paddock previously trying to find out who's done what previously in the World Championship. And Limitainen, it is Limatinen's first event as well.
Yeah. I felt all big moments.
2 sideways for Gerklis, going to lose the pace. Gellins up the inside. The next one's a left-hander. Gerklis will try and get back. And Gellins now in the slippery stuff. And previously, Andreas, we saw Ribeiro get away with being out in the dirt. Now he's trying out a bit. It's not so easy. Yeah.
Yesterday I saw Ghislaine was struggling a bit for pace, but he's really picked it up today. This morning in Q3 he was flying. Let's see if he can put some more pressure onto Gerklis, or if this is playing in the hands of Kovacs.
Yeah, Kovacs who joking on lap number 1 is 4.5 back from Q3. So we update our joker lap with the data. You can see, so the average joker in Q3 was 3.5.
What did we say for a gap? 2.5?
We were saying 3.2 with Supercar, but with these guys, we weren't sure if it was the same. So yeah, the delta's changed by half a second since warm-up, which is where the track temperature, I guess, has come up a bit. Because obviously the joker here shouldn't vary that much. And once it cleans up on day 1, because it's a piece of tarmac runoff, it should remain pretty consistent.
Gerklis with the ex-World Championship driver Christian Sabo as his spotter will be up on the tower screaming on the radio. Come on, push!
Push, push, push. You said you don't like that though, didn't you? You don't want to be told to push, you know you need to push.
It reminds me too much of the Hansens.
Well, so Kevin, funny enough, Kevin...
always Kenneth and Susan up in the spotter.
Well, Graham Rodewott used to shout that a lot at Kevin, but not so much. I think Kevin was a kid then, and I think in recent years, not so much.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I wasn't meant to say Susan and Kenneth, but I remember Graham and Eric and Kenneth.
Yes, yeah. Push, people want different things, don't they?
I mean, like...
Well, Liam Doran must have been interested. No, we don't need to know what Liam said. I know what Liam said.
Yeah, for those of you that...
yeah, that's one for the book.
It won for the book, but it's my first time leading a race in Supercar in Höljes 2013. I had my spotter. I don't even remember who it was. I think it was Tom. Anyway, Liam comes on the radio in the final
and said something.
Yeah, and said something. And I was like,
and Andreas won.
And I didn't know what to think, because all of a sudden there's a new voice on my radio. Is someone like playing?
Well, it was Liam's team, wasn't it? It was LD Motorsport, you know, and you'd hide the car. Remember, it was cheap, so it was the minute we sang Gerklis is going to lose the position. Yeah, you'd got a good deal, I remember, but it was still expensive for you at the time with the money you had. For you to get the win and for Liam as well, and I think you won Lohéac that year as well, so you won the 2 biggest events of the year. Yeah, absolutely.
So just saying now, Gerklis is doing 106.9, which is 9/10 quicker than Johan Ribeiro's fastest lap time, so he's up here to grab that TQ spot for the semi-finals.
So Gerklis still to joker. Gellins is only 3 seconds back. I reckon Gellins will take it off him. Let's see.
I must say today's racing's been much cleaner and tighter than yesterday's racing. Yesterday it was carnage every heat, but this is tight.
Gellins and Gerklis. Gerklis takes the full-on racing line, and I think he was hoping Gellins might go a bit more defensive and he'd be able to gain a bit of time on the exit. But Gellins is actually looking really confident in his own abilities. This is good.
Gellins did over a second quicker lap time than Gerklis in the previous lap, so he's on point.
Through the right-hander. Look at the blue groove coming in here as well.
I got a keychain from Gellins, which I have in my backpack, and I've had since Hungary this year.
Is that on City, I think?
Yeah, so I had a chat with his mom earlier.
Gerklis up the inside. Come on now, lads, don't spoil it for yourselves in qualifying. Gellins is going to try and stay, but he ends up on the loose stuff, and Gerklis goes through. So Gerklis makes it through the gap, gets the car rotated in the final corner. Gellins loses that position just on the exit of the hairpin. Checker flag out. Gerklis takes it from Gellins. We'll have a look at the points in a minute and see who gets the TQ. The crowd love it here.
Yeah.
They're applauding everything. I love it. It's great.
It's awesome. 11,000 tickets sold today, 9,000 yesterday. It's great to see that the World Rallycross is delivering high in Turkey.
Absolutely. Rittis Gerklis, Nicholas Gellins, sorry. Nicholas, I'm too used to the Finnish names. And Samuel Kovacs. Gellins representing Antigua.
Both drivers beating Johan Ribeiro in the for Q4.
So they're going to go P1 and 2 in the session. Let's have a look and see.
Actually, there was a big difference on driving style from Johan Ribeiro to Gerklis and Gellins, especially in that last turn, turn 12-13. You know what I mean with the front wheels need to be straight, and they were much better at getting the better rotation 12-13 to get straight car and straight wheel over the kind of start-finish line.
Here are the standings then. Rittis Gerklis takes the TQ spot from Nicholas Gellins, Samuel Kovacs. Johan Ribeiro will actually be in the second semi-final then with Gellins and Rogério Sousa. Gerklis, Kovacs and Andre Sousa will be in the first one. And Ribeiro said to us, yeah, you know what, I know I'm the champion, but I'm going to wait till the semis. He's getting more and more nervous, pushing it further and further back. So there we go, on from RX3. to the FIA World Rallycross Championship. These guys are on Q2. Remember, it's 3 sessions today because they've done a double header, so you only get 3 qualifiers in the same day. Karai on the inside, Mandy August, and then Mark Moser and Attila Moser.
And remember, yesterday all these 4 drivers were driving in the European Rallycross Championship. That race ended yesterday. Today they entered the World Championship. They've added 50 kilos of ballast for the balance performance.
To keep it the same as the guys in World, yeah, they have to, the internal combustion cars carry that 50 kilos.
Ready to race.
Here we go.
Nice even start.
It is, yeah, contact there. Karai gets away on the inside line. The 2 Mosers are going to be split by Mandy August. Mandy actually got a really good launch. Wonder if she'll stay out or go Joker. She stays out. And at the back, it's Mark Moser who goes off and takes a Joker on the first lap. So Mark Moser through. Graphics top left. You can see when it goes blue like that, it tells you they've gone in. And then when the X is lit up, that means they've done their Joker lap.
So yesterday we saw Thomas Karai being very, very fast. He also started off great in the first lap of the previous heat, but he struggled with pace. I wonder if that 50 kilos added is that much of a penalty kind of.
I mean, yeah, compared to yesterday, because they would have had a feel for that in free practice. And Andreas, the track evolution as well was so much in that first, from the first laps this morning when it was quite a lot cooler.
But he was in the second heat next to Niklas, right?
What? No, I can't remember. Yeah. No, that's 5 minutes. That's 5 minutes ago, mate. Don't be silly. Let me check. I've got the grids here. He was in. No, he was in the first race.
Oh, okay.
So he was in the first race. So Niklas, if you remember, in the second race they went 10 seconds quicker.
But in my eyes, Karai in the European Rallycross Championship race yesterday, also called RX1, Euro RX1.
Yeah.
This is hard for me.
No, mate. Okay, it's for me. This is how it is. There's the World Rallycross Championship, the European Rallycross Championship, and then there's the RX3 European Rallycross Championship.
Okay.
That's how I do it. This RX1, RX1. No,
we're
fighting for a world title, a European title, or an RX3 title. Keep it simple.
I want to say, yesterday, Karai looked the quickest out of everyone in the Euro RX1.
He did. Particularly, he was in the semi where he was super quick, yeah. And then
also final.
No, but in the semi, he did, yeah. You said he got traffic. In the semi, he killed it, didn't he? And then we were like, oh, wow, now Livatina's going to have it his own way. And then I completely managed to miss the fact Livinovic was right there and took the win. And he was so stoked. And you found out afterwards, he is the first Polish driver to win at that level.
Yes, absolutely. And I hope everyone supports that. Like, Damian is a local driver from Poland, the first Polish driver to win in the European Championship of Rallycross. It's 40 million people living in Poland.
Yeah. And they're mad about motorsport. They love their speedway. They love speedways. Huge over there. The Polish clubs pay their riders big money. I saw Ty Woffenden this week. And
Damian is from a really nice family, the whole family. I saw his dad crying yesterday.
Oh, mate, I love that. That's my favourite when you know they're so...
giving everyone hugs.
They're so invested in it, aren't they?
Awesome.
I was really pleased for him. Really nice guy. And he said to me earlier in the year, I don't really like driving in the wet. And then he's got better at that. And he's a cool guy.
And he's kind of a guy that performs better under pressure. Like, he's struggling a bit in the early qualifying heats. With the reaction time, all that stuff. Every time there is a semi-final.
Mandy sideways again, Andreas. So there's a couple of times now where she's just been dropped a wheel on there. She's over-rotating and then getting too deep. So the rotation's good, but a bit too late and a bit too quick in. Then you end up with the rear wheels out in the dirt.
And when you lose the line for one corner here, you get penalised so much.
It's all linked, isn't it? Everything's linked on the tarmac and on the gravel. We really like the layout here.
Yeah.
So alongside our bar, do you want to start a business designing rallycross tracks?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. That's 2 businesses we started this weekend.
I'm just not so good with computers.
That's not me either. We'll do it with pens in the bar.
Yeah.
Yes?
On a napkin.
Yeah, exactly. All the best ideas are done on a napkin.
Tape them together.
So the Mosers coming out from the Joker merge managed to avoid each other.
Karai did a 104.0 and 103.1. Not very consistent, but so lap 2 he must have done some mistakes. His sector times 41.3 compared with 40.1 the lap before in sector 3. So obviously did a mistake there in the dirt for the overall time, but looks clean, looks nice. Yesterday he was super fast. Let's see what he can do today.
this is the type of track where a bigger car would struggle, the Civic or the Subaru, for instance.
Ford Focus RX.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, good shout. Anything with a long wheelbase where you're dropping a wheel out, the loose stuff would be very hard on a track that's like this. You'd have to be absolutely inch perfect. 419.9 for Karai.
His car looks dialed, I must say. It looks very nice on track. 419.9 would put him into P6
in the previous one.
Just behind Niklas Grönholm in 6th.
Tamas Karai takes it from Attila Moser, Mark Moser and Mandy August. I don't know if you guys can hear the wind at home. I can hear it on the microphone in my own ears, so maybe you guys can hear it or not.
Very even start by the whole lot there, but Thomas had much more pace than the Mosers and August, just driving past us here in the comms center. Comms center?
Yeah, that'll do, yeah. Makes us sound like we're NASA, doesn't it? Commentary box, announcing booth. That's what it is either side of the Atlantic as a general rule, I've learned. Good drive by Karai. Remains to be seen. You said good, maybe not quite consistent enough to take a top time.
Yeah.
The fans are having a great time here. It's a bit of a mixture of t-shirts and shirts out there. Say it's lovely and warm. There's only a few clouds about. When you're out in the sun, it's really, really warm. But
my legs is in the sun, and I have dark jeans.
Yeah, you've gone for the jeans today.
Burning.
So if you would like to send us your thoughts, please jump on that QR code. We want to hear from you guys. So jump on the QR code. We've got an FIA Rallycross fan survey there. We'll stick that QR code in again later on in the show, and you can give us your thoughts. Genuinely, they want to know, which is good. We want to make sure this is... We want to get Rallycross. I want Rallycross is the best motorsport in the world. There you go. That sums it up nicely. Let's get to the grid. Niklas Grönholm on the inside from Rennie Munich. Yuri Belevsky, the 2025 European Rallycross Championship. Litvinovic, yesterday's winner in Euro RX. And Clara Anderson on the outside. So both Clara and Niklas yesterday with the podium. If you missed it, OC Baby was penalised for the big contact with Clara into turn 6. Fair enough. So Clara got P3 yesterday. She's got a tough gig, though, being on the outside of the grid here to get to turn 1 first. Munich's getting good launches with his new engine as well. Oh, Munich's got a good one. Grönholm's got that inside line, though. Belevsky gets there before him, though. Litvinovic's going to try and squeeze into P3, and he does. Clara's coming around the outside of Munich. I think Clara will keep an eye on who jokers in front of her. Litvinovic goes. She can follow him in. He was yesterday's Euro winner. You're on board with Clara now. She rounds that left-hander and then rejoins the main part of the track. There we go. So Litvinovic and Clara Anderson to the joker, having lost out at the start.
I'm surprised Niklas and Clara was so good and competitive in the starts yesterday, and today they're struggling. I mean, even, you know, Yuri Belevsky added 50 kilos to his car.
Maybe that extra weight's pushing him into the ground more, Andreas.
More traction. That actually works in class 4, which I drive.
Okay, yeah, the rear-wheel drive class. How's it going?
No, it's been good. The championship is over. We just finished it up last weekend. I got beaten by Brinton and Sivas, two fantastic drivers.
So where did you end up?
Third.
Well done, mate. That's brilliant. Oh, Grönholm runs wide in the background. Munich, though, not close enough to make the most of it. So Grönholm pushing to try and get past Belevsky, but that's actually given Belevsky a bit of breathing space. Average joker time 3.3. Need to check the gap back to Litvinovic when he comes across the line. It was 2.9. What is it? Oh, he's done a 109. It's 4.3. So the gap's gone up to the leaders. So Belevsky's on a big push here.
Litvinovic is closer to Belevsky for the joker merge there. He's in the kind of range of winning this so far.
So we're seeing difference on the screen, and that's gap rather than total, so that it either goes interval or gap,
3.6. So it's kind of like in
it's
a
borderline, isn't it? Yeah, he's right there.
He's ahead of Niklas, but behind Yuri.
If Litvinovic does what he did yesterday in the final, Andreas, he could get it done, couldn't he? But he does need a big old push.
You can kind of see that Niklas is carrying way much more pace than Yuri Belevsky, all over his tail. Even though he did a mistake in the previous lap, he's all over Yuri's rear bumper.
Yeah, he's got back to him. So Belevsky through the left-hander.
Oh, he's missing the line there.
He's dropped it. Grönholm up the inside. Grönholm trying to make his way through, runs across the barrier. Belevsky sideways in the dust. Oh, they've come across each other big time. Balevski and Gronom with big contact all the way through the left-hander. That's massively played into Litvinovic's hands. He comes around the outside of Balevski. Balevski tries to push him wide. Balevski surely to the joker he does. Litvinovic cuts back in. Clara Anderson is right with him, and now Litvinovic and Anderson are on for the win here.
A mistake there also by Yuri in the joker lap. He ran wide into the dirt.
He'd be driving angry though, won't he, after the contact? We couldn't see on the rear shot with the dust what was going on, but Nyirád was up the inside trying to get up the Armco, and then it looked like the two tyres climbed over each other again, like we saw yesterday.
Yeah, it's a bummer because Niklas is in a hurry. He needs to beat Johan Kristoffersson to be able to keep that championship title fight alive. So not ideal.
He needs a disaster, doesn't he, for Johan? And I know he wouldn't wish that on him, so...
And it's hard for these guys because all year long they, you know, Yuri Balevski and those guys are driving in the European Championship. All of a sudden they are joining in for the last event of the year, and we know Niklas is fast. He's been close to Johan the whole season long, so yeah, it's a challenge.
On board with Niklas now, still looks super calm. I suspect Balevski not quite so calm when he... Oh, Clara Anderson with the fastest lap of the race. So Anderson chasing down Litvinovic out the front. Gronom goes. Will he get his teammate or not? Clara needs to shut the door on him. Gronom's just inside. She won't, of course, because it's team orders this weekend.
She had one mission.
And that's fair. That's fair. That's what you do when you're a professional driver. So Clara Anderson making sure Gronom gets the best result he can. But he's now going to try and get past Litvinovic.
But Litvinovic is doing a great job here. He had a great start. He went to the joker the first lap and he stayed consistent. He's doing 102.6 and 103.6, so he lost 1 second to himself.
How much of a confidence boost will this be to Litvinovic? Yesterday's win in the Euro final and then also getting out here and racing on the pace with these guys.
It's hard to say, but I definitely hope the whole of Poland is supporting him, going behind his back, pushing him forward.
Go mad.
We need him in the World Championship.
Get those Polish flag emojis in the comments. Let's go. Litvinovic's going to take this one ahead of Gronom and Anderson. So Litvinovic wins the heat race. Nicely done. 4:18.8 as well. He's 1.1 seconds quicker than Tanas Karai went.
Great racing out there. Bummer for Yuri. Probably got some damages from that contact with Niklas. Niklas running over his front left wheel.
We might have that from... I'm not sure how far around the corner they were, whether we've got it from the front. We'll see. We might have from the drone. We'll find something, I'm sure. So Litvinovic takes it after Gronholm and Balevski come together in the middle of the race. That definitely cost them time. Clara Anderson P3 for the fastest lap of the race as well. And Rennie Munich in P4. Look at that photo of Litvinovic. That's what he looked like yesterday, all day.
Very even start by everyone. But I'm surprised that the EV cars aren't quicker off the line. Balevski.
That's 2 sessions, isn't it? 2 sessions where you feel they haven't quite got it right. Here it is from the front. Oi, oi.
I mean, you're trying to take back the line, but Niklas is already there. So it's, to me, in my eyes, I'm not the judge, but it's a race incident.
There you go. There you go. Andreas has been in a few over the years. So Gronom out of the joker. Clara, look, gave him tons of space, as you would expect, as his teammates supporting them this weekend. Desperately trying to stop KMS and Johan from winning both titles, but those guys are pretty good at winning titles, and it's going to be a tough job. Litvinovic over the line.
The fans are really cheering on when Yuri comes past the comps booth.
How bad's the front of the car look? I know the arches are off it, but how's the suspension looking?
Hard to tell.
He's parking it again, is he?
Yeah.
Okay, on to the next one. Johan, Kristoffersson and OC Baby on the inside. Then it's Limatainen and Turpainen. Limatainen and Turpainen. And I have been told it might be Turpinen. One message from somebody's husband on Instagram. She's like, please.
Somebody's husband.
I love it because the people, we do want to say the names right, we always do, but I did say to Payne, and when I went and saw him, he goes, yeah, that's fine, but maybe it's Turpinen. So I will find out and I will correct it as I always do. As I've said many times, I said Tim is wrong for a whole year. Here we go. Can the Hyundais get a better start? It's a brilliant start for Turpinen on the outside. Can't quite get there. Limatainen is with them, but it's OC Baby who gets the whole shot. Kristoffersson goes with him. And they'll be hard to beat. And Vollen's got up the inside of both the Hyundais in the next corner. They go in line astern. I wouldn't have done that. I'd have split the strategy personally. Yeah,
me too. Great launch by everyone there. I think Johan was having some wheel spin or a little bit late on the reaction. but great start from Ole Christian Baby. And I felt he was so quick yesterday, but doing a few mistakes here and there, putting him on the back row for that final.
OC for me yesterday, although the spin was in Q1, that was when you saw the ultimate car control from that guy. You've seen him when he goes to, what's the rally show that him and Johan went to?
San Marino?
San Marino, yeah, and just epic scent everywhere. Like, he's got car control, just tons of it. Absolutely.
Kind of like in a class for Petter Solberg.
Yeah,
I know you aren't supposed to compare people, but
no, but we do compare people. Like
Petter's car control, hands on my heart, the best in the world.
Yeah.
And Baby isn't far off.
Yeah. Yeah. That doesn't mean it's not rough when your teammates Johan Kristoffersson. That's both Solberg and OC Baby.
Yeah.
You know, because Kristoffersson is a different kind of driver. But Kristoffersson himself going rallying because he saw that in Solberg. That's why he goes rallying.
Yeah, and why is Johan so good? Because he, you know, when you have your teammates driving so different to you, he can see where they go and drive different to him, and he can learn, and he's extremely good on understanding how to replicate it.
He's so late on the brakes up into turn 6, it was almost wheels locked. You're on board with Kristoffersson now, the dust puffs up on that braking zone, there he is. The consumer chill is always, again, a little nip on the handbrake, not too much. He's inched perfect on the inside of the hairpin. He's not going to take his own teammate out, Baby, especially not after what happened with him yesterday when Baby got hooked up. Was it this corner on the inside?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
No, it was
previous.
turn 8.
Yes, yeah, just caught the barrier on the inside line, but it was in the super slippery conditions of the first session. Now the question is, will they split the strategy? Have they got enough time? Because Limitainen at the minute, I think they have. So I think if Baby doesn't go, Johan should. Yeah, he does. So Kristoffersson goes in, Volland in the background decides to stay up. That could scupper Johan if he can't get out in front of him. But he can. Kristoffersson inside, Volland, perfect timing. Had to get there before him, otherwise Baby's going to be gone.
Yeah, he was kind with Johan there, but at the same time, this isn't Volland's race to win or shine. It's all about the title fight there with Kristoffersson and Niklas. And you don't want to stay in the way, you know.
No, and that's a good point. The drivers are respectful of a championship fight as a general rule. You can get it wrong, especially in the melee that's turn 1. You never know what's going to happen in turn 1.
Even though Johan has a massive gap in the championship and all that, but still, yeah, I think Nils did the right thing, and his spotter and his dad, Rolf, would have told him. By the way, I just saw Yuri Bilecki's car. You know, he ripped off the front left corner.
Yeah.
It looked again like the damper was off.
So parked it like he did yesterday. On to the final lap, Kristoffersson versus Baby. The gap is 2.7. Here comes Kristoffersson. He'll be late on the brakes into the apex. A little puff of smoke again from the Hülje tyres. Can he get there before Baby? Can't. Baby's inside him. He'll do the cutback. Looking for the inside.
He's helping Baby now to
get further up. You think he's let him in? You think he's let him in?
Yes,
there we are. 2.7 was the gap. Andreas thinks they let Baby in. Is Baby going to win the session? If he is. In theory, this session's enough for Kristoffersson, but they're not calling it until the end of qualifying. So through the left now, Baby, 0.29 of a second ahead of his teammate.
Johan did the quickest joker lap I've seen all weekend long with 103.4.
That's crazy. Some people would be happy with that for a standard lap, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Couple of corners to go here for OC Baby to take the session. Remember, there's another qualifying session coming up in about 90 minutes time. So Baby through the left-hander. He's got to beat the time of Litvinovich of 4:18.8, and they're easily going to do that. It's going to be by a mile over the line for 10.4. Wow. So they are 8.4 seconds up the road. Thumbs up from Kristoffersson to his teammate on the onboard, and a big smile all round. There it is, Kristoffersson.
And
thank you from Baby as well. Brilliant. They're looking to wrap up that team title ASAP, you know, and OC is desperate to get ahead of Niklas. If he can get the TQ, he'll take 3 points, of course, and that's a big old gap. And they know Niklas is having a bit of a shocker in quali here.
Yeah, and if you guys are on Snapchat, Ole Christian is showing a lot of behind the scenes on his own personal Snapchat. The guys were working late last night from the KMS crew. All right, so overall time 4:10.4 from Baby, half a second ahead of Johan Kristoffersson, and then Limatainen finishing up in P3 overall, ahead of Volland, Turpainen, Litvinovich, Grönholm, Karai, and Andersson. Ready Munich in 10th. So the whole last heat on that grid was quicker than everybody else. So that shows also that we had a little bit of track evolution going on there. A big one, I would say, beating Litwinovic with 8.3 seconds. Also, we had a fight between Bernholm and Karai in that lap 2-3. So yeah, it was a good one.
It was a good one.
Yeah.
It was a good one indeed. Well done, Andreas.
Thank you. You disappeared for a minute there, so I did your job.
You did a brilliant job, yes. It was seamless. Well done, mate. Absolutely fantastic.
I wonder if Johan Kristoffersson let Ole Christian go into turn 1 already there. That's risky, you know. But yeah, they did a great job as a team. Kristoffersson was on Ole Christian's rear bumper the whole way through all the 3 laps. Then jokering just ahead of Nils. Nils hadn't joker at this point, so in the last lap, Johan Kristoffersson put in a killer of a lap, was ahead.
Yes, that's what, because the gap was, when I said the gap was 2.7, I was like, this is done here. But then over the line, it was quite clear. You spotted it immediately, mate, and then over the line, the 2 teammates waving. They're working absolutely brilliantly together, they really are. Qualifying, Ole Christian Baby in the top qualifier spot with him and Johan equal on points. That will give Baby the pole in Q3, the perfect place for him to try and get the top qualifier. And if he can do that, he could take a couple of points off Gronholm. No, more, because of course...
Much more, because the Euro guys are...
the Euro guys don't score, so I think he'll get the points.
Don't?
No, we'll figure it out. Right,
okay.
We'll be back soon. At the minute that Moser and August aren't going to make it, Q3 coming up in 90 minutes.